Hey everybody, it's TheAireaidLord. This is a gaming update for, March 8th, 2014. I feel like I say this every time I make these gaming updates, but this is the first gaming update that I've made in quite a while. Let me check on my video manager to actually see how long it's been, because I'm just so out of touch with all the stuff going on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Alright, the last gaming update, wow, was exactly a month ago on March 8th. And I believe I made that gaming update because I made the impromptu decision to go to PAX East because a couple of my friends were going. And so I went on eBay and got a ticket. And I got the ticket and I ended up going. I'm kind of glad I went, because there were a number of things that happened in regards to the footage that I took at that convention, which got a lot of attention. But I suppose I'll explain a little bit of that, because I really haven't had a chance to actually go over what happened at PAX East, even though it's, weeks since that actually happened, so I'm not quite sure there's any reason to really talk about it. But I'd say the main thing to discuss from PAX East would be the ginormous explosion of views that occurred over the Watchdogs video that I took at PAX. Currently, this video, if I'm looking at my views right, has 117,086 views, with 634 likes and 41 dislikes. So, let me see, 384 comments. I am so very surprised that that video exploded the way that it did. I was not expecting that. I mentioned a little bit of this in the rant video that I made a couple of days after. But yeah, you see, the thing is, I went to PAX East 2012 and 2013, so I've been to 3 PAXs in a row now, okay? And again, I didn't plan on going to PAX East 2014 just because I kind of, wanted to take a break from the gaming stuff. I was focusing on other stuff. I really was out of touch with gaming news. I wasn't really doing playthroughs of the new releases because of college. However, my roommate and a couple of friends, they said that they were going, so I was like, well, I can hang out with them, but I didn't have a ticket, so as I mentioned probably in my previous gaming update, I went on eBay and bought the ticket for, I believe it was, $70-something? It was actually a really good deal. I was surprised. It was a single day pass. I only went for Saturday, but it was still a pretty good deal, and I was happy that I got that deal. So yeah, basically that's what happened at PAX. I mean, there were some other videos that did pretty well. I'm actually surprised that Evolve didn't get more views. The game that's being released later this year, that 4-player next-gen game, that's kind of like Left 4 Dead. That video's at like 4,500 views, but I'm kind of surprised it didn't get more, because that game, the line was out the ass for that game. I was actually kind of surprised that more people weren't interested in that. The other stuff that was kind of popular, I mean, all the PAX videos kind of did well in general, just because of the explosion of views that I got on that Part 7, that Watchdogs gameplay, that giant video. Because of that, it kind of skyrocketed from there. All the other videos kind of got adequate views. The Ubisoft booth is almost at 2,000 views. So honestly, pretty good. I did find out from Machinima that I will monetize all of the views that I received before Ubisoft put in their bullshit claim. So that means that I monetized about 90-something thousand views, so I'll make about $180 off of that, I think. I don't know, I gotta check, I'm not sure, but to clarify, just like I did in the previous video, I did not take that footage to get, extra views and extra money. I wanted to, I take this footage at PAX to promote the games. I was interested in Watchdogs, and it was funny, it was actually my roommate that showed me this gameplay, because I went to the Ubisoft corner, and there's a video of me at the Ubisoft booth, and I took footage of it, and I was like, alright, I guess that's it, but that gameplay, that 4-minute gameplay thing that has the explosion of views, that was only playing at certain increments. There was a lady, I guess they were cycling people who were explaining it and stuff, so I guess that was why it happened that way. And I don't understand because there's no other videos on YouTube of that gameplay. I am I'm the only one on YouTube who has this gameplay. Now, granted, there were a few idiots who were trying to steal my footage and put it up, so they were just copying and pasting the same video. And then I believe there was one other guy who did he had his iPhone, he took like a 30-second clip of it, but it really didn't show that much. So I was the only one who took the entire 4-minute and 30-second thing of the entire gameplay. Like, I don't know, I'm not sure why nobody else had the idea. Some people were saying, oh, you know, Ubisoft didn't want you to film this. Well, like I said in that big rant video, the rant video basically came about because Ubisoft, long story short, ended up blocking the video worldwide and stopping monetization. Nobody could watch it. The video was just almost like set on private. And I kind of flipped out. I made a big rant video explaining why they didn't have any right to it. And it was kind of funny. I disputed it. A few days later, the video is unblocked, but Ubisoft kept the claim on it, which means they make money off of the video now. So it's like, alright. It's so hypocritical, and this was why I made that rant video, because the way in which this copyright system works through YouTube it's fucked. It's fucked for so many people. I'm not the only one who's had problems with it, obviously. So many YouTubers who are into the gaming stuff have had problems with this. But how can you go from making the video, oh, we don't want anyone to see the video, but then they see, oh, wait a minute, this video is actually getting a lot of views. Well, actually, we'll let everyone see the video, but now we want to get a cut of what you took time to promote. It's like, it's just so ass backwards. Like, really? Like, you know, I took time out to promote your video, now you're going to steal it and say, oh, wait, you took footage of our game, so now that's ours. Now we'll grab that from you. It's just, I don't know what rules you're going off of. I don't know what rule book you're fucking smacking the hell out of to say that you have the right to now make money. Now they're making money off the video, but however, if they don't submit a counterclaim by March 14th, then I get full rights back to the video, and since it's March 8th and I still haven't received any notifications yet, it doesn't look like anything's going to happen, but point is, the video's really not getting any more substantial views because Watchdogs comes out on March 27th. So that video is going to kind of be obsolete in a month's time. You know, people are already going to have Watchdogs. All the big fucking chucklehead YouTubers are going to be uploading all their fucking retarded gameplay of it. And then you'll have, you know, a bazillion videos of Watchdogs, and then people can complain on every other video about whether... Because that was the big thing on that video. Everyone was complaining about the graphics, about the, you know, PS4 versus PC, you know, which one's better, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't give a shit. Like, you know, I stopped arguing about that stuff a long time ago. Now, I like the gaming industry, and I like talking about that stuff, but people are just getting ridiculous. And I don't think, again, I said this in the rant video, how did people not realize that I took that with a camera? And not only that, I was not taking that footage with this camera. I'm using my usual Sony camera that I've had since 2011. I took that footage at PAX East 2014. One of my friends at college lent me his camera because I didn't have this camera with me at college. I left this camera home because I didn't need it. So I took his camera and filmed all of the footage with it. And I guess there was a feature on his camera that had like an autofocus and it was a little fucked up. So when I was recording the screen, it looked a little fuzzy. But it's ridiculous. Some people are judging the quality of Watchdogs based off of that footage. And I was like, wait a minute. This was off camera. This was not direct capture. This was camera. And not only that, the camera was at a resolution that was kind of messed up. So why are you judging the quality of Watchdogs based off of that? Like, it didn't really make sense, but whatever. I guess people are going to try to be illogical or whatever. But anyway, I don't want to spend the whole video talking about freaking, what was that, 10 minutes of me talking about Watchdogs. But point is, PAX East was pretty fun. All of the PAX East videos are on YouTube, just as an FYI. How many videos are there? I don't even know if I made a playlist. That's just how out of touch I've been. Oh, 10 videos. There's 10 videos at PAX. I believe that's what I did last year. I believe I took like 10 or 11 videos of PAX. I don't know. I forget how many I did. I did way more in PAX East 2012. And then 2013 I did less. And then 2014 I kind of did less too. So that's kind of the way it's been. In terms of gameplay, there really hasn't been that much, and again, I don't know, I'm sure this isn't a surprise to anyone who's still on my YouTube channel, because I'm not sure who's still around, who's still sticking around. I don't know if the people who watch my content are the new subscribers who subscribed from the Watchdogs gameplay, because I did get a huge influx of subscribers from that Watchdogs video, and I do appreciate the people who took the time to subscribe, so thank you. But I'm not sure if you guys are sticking around for more Watchdog stuff. I'm not sure if some of my old subscribers are still here from like the days where I was really heavily into doing playthroughs. I'm not sure if I still have subscribers left over from Darkside Phil's community. I don't really know where my subscribers are on the spectrum. I'm not sure who's still around. I don't know who's still here, what people still support me. So I did, on my rant video about why Ubisoft didn't have a right to take my video, I did recognize some comments of some of my old subscribers. I believe there's this one guy who's been following me ever since my Jack and Daxter playthrough in early 2012. So I believe there are still some old subscribers who are following my channel, and again, thank you for that, because again, as you've probably noticed, I've been very inactive with the YouTube channel as of late, and I have not had the time to go back to it. College has kept me busy. I've been trying to branch out, trying to do other things, join clubs, hang out with friends. And I don't get enough views on YouTube really for me to constitute doing this, hardcore. It's not like I'm one of these full-time gamer guys who makes all this money off of it. I never made a lot of money off of this, Even back in 2012 and 2013, I never made a substantial amount of money from this YouTube stuff. It was always just like a side thing. Like, I'm a Machinima partner since January 2012, and yeah, I've made a few dollars here and there. I'll make anywhere from, $50 to $100 a month, but that money just goes towards me purchasing more games. I don't use that money for anything else. So, I don't really know if people are looking for, I'm not sure where people are in terms of watching my footage, because for me, I just upload random stuff now. So I had those PAX videos, right? And then after that, I did an unboxing for a statue that I purchased, because it was this really high quality Jack and Daxter statue. There was only 350 in existence, and I really, really wanted one, being a huge fan of the series. So I bought it, I did an unboxing, a lot of people actually seemed to like it. And then the two videos after that were just random gameplay videos. One video is me blowing up stuff in Grand Theft Auto with my roommate laughing. And then the other video that I uploaded the other day is just some weird glitch that I found in Halo 3 while I was fucking around. But that's pretty much all I have. I have no other videos on my channel saved. The only other stuff that I have archived on my computer is a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds videos, which is it's this video game where you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! I did a few matches with friends, I did a few campaign matches, but I don't really know if anyone's even interested in seeing that. It's really not the most interesting thing to watch. It gets kind of boring, to be quite honest. So that's that. Again, I've kind of been out of touch with the channel, and I recognize that, but again, I recognize that I have to do things differently, and this is a point that I'm going to make. I was thinking about making a post-reflection video, because yesterday was actually my last day of college. I had final exams yesterday, and I finished them all. And so now I'm home. That's why you have this usual TV, the usual camera, the usual atmosphere. I'm back home pretty much, And basically, I'm going to try to resume footage. Not as much as I used to, but I'm going to try to do it a little bit. But something that I was going to do was do a post-reflection video. Like my first year of college. How do I think my first year of college went? How I think I've grown as a person, what I've learned, because I've learned a substantial amount. The person that I was a year ago at this point is far different from the person that I am now. I have way different goals, way different aspirations. I have a totally different mindset, including just things with my channel, friends, other stuff. it's kind of come full circle for me, and I understand what I want, and now it's just a matter of how I can get there. And it's a really big a turning point in my life that I've kind of hit. And that's what college is supposed to be. College is supposed to be that point in your life where you turn. And I knew I was going to do it at some point. Like, I always had this inkling in the back of my head that I would, but I just never knew when. It really was in January 2014, late 2013, where I kind of had that change. And I think some of my fans might have noticed that when I made that huge, freaking giant-ass vlog at the end of 2013 saying how 2013 was the most important year of my life. I made that video private just because some of the information is outdated and I go on a rant on some stuff that, you know, people really don't need to hear. But I'm thinking of making a video in the next couple of days talking about what my feelings are, having come off of college, what I've learned, and what my aspirations for the future are, and how the YouTube channel kind of connects to it. Because it's going to be a smaller and smaller part of my life as I go forward, as it should be. But I'll explain to you guys how that's going to happen in probably next week if I make a vlog on that. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I do have a bit of a cold. Fucking, it sucks because I got this cold like on Sunday, and I had exams, and I was like, oh great, now I gotta take exams while I've got a cold. It's like it fucking sucks, man. So, not too happy about that, but I mean, at least I'm on vacation, so it really doesn't matter. So that's a point I want to make. Now that I'm on vacation, I suppose I now have more time to do stuff for my YouTube channel. Which means I could do more gameplay footage. I haven't touched my PlayStation 4 in the longest fucking time. But quite honestly, there just hasn't been any games for it. Like, I haven't felt the need to play my PlayStation 4. I really haven't. Like, other than Infamous Second Son, which I have the full playthrough, the full playlist is already on YouTube of me and my roommate playing that game together. Other than Infamous Second Son, I don't know what other game that I've really been interested in playing on that system. Like, there's nothing else really. Like, Watchdogs, I am getting it for the PlayStation 4. I'm going to get it on release day. But other than that, like, you know, I don't know. Like, what other PlayStation 4 exclusives are there? Like, I'm trying to think of what there is. I know the system kind of has the superior graphics and architecture as opposed to the Xbox One. But even the Xbox One, like, what, like, other than Dead Rising 3, which I kind of wanted to buy, I was interested in buying that game because it looked cool, but of course it was only an Xbox One exclusive. Also Titanfall, but my brother has a copy of that for the 360, so I really don't need to get an Xbox One for that. But seriously, for the next-gen consoles, there's really... And this is... I would not have bought a PlayStation 4, but I didn't buy it. It was a Christmas gift from my parents for Christmas back in 2013. I didn't buy the PlayStation 4. They got it for me for Christmas, okay? So I kind of just have this next-gen console sitting around, and I really don't have any games to really play for it. Like, I believe I've purchased... Well, I did Outlast, because that was one of the free PlayStation Plus games you get. And the Whistleblower, I do want to mention this, the Whistleblower DLC came out for that yesterday, and I'm very interested in playing it. However, I kind of want to wait to do it with my roommate, and I'm not sure when that's going to be, because now I'm back home and he's going back home. We are meeting up at the end of May for a trip that involves other stuff, but I'm not sure if we'll have time to sit down and actually play the DLC, considering it'll be a few hours, just like the actual game was. I do want to do the Whistleblower DLC, because I loved Outlast. The Outlast playthrough that we did was freaking hilarious, and I really want to do the Whistleblower DLC. So, hopefully, because I've heard that the Whistleblower DLC gives you a definitive ending to the Outlast story, whereas, you know, at the end of Outlast, it kind of leaves off on a cliffhanger for anyone who's played Outlast. So I kind of want to do that. And that game is actually exclusive. You can only get it for the PC and PS4. So I guess that's a game that's worth getting on PlayStation 4. But I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of limited games, you know? It's real. The PlayStation 4 is really going to be worthwhile for me to use when games start being made only for it. Also, when the 360 and PlayStation 3, they outlive their cycle. So, you know, already the next Assassin's Creed, they're making two. I believe one's called, I saw this in some gaming news I caught up on. One's called Comet and the other one's called Unity. And I believe one game is only for PS4 and Xbox One and the other one is for 360 and PS3. So already you're seeing the developers kind of move away from the 360 and PS3, you know. So that's good, I guess, because then I'll actually have a reason to use my PlayStation 4. But again, had my parents not purchased the PlayStation 4 for me, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Because to be quite honest, there's really no need to buy the system like now. Like other than to play some of these newer games like Watchdogs to play it on this system, there's no need to buy it. Like, I've never been someone to buy a gaming console close to when it's launched. Because usually the system has a whole bunch of technical problems, and I usually have to get it fixed in some way. There's not many games for it. One of the exceptions was I bought the 360 primarily for Halo 3. So I had a game in mind when I bought that system. For the PlayStation 4, there was no game I had in mind for buying it. Like, when the PlayStation 4 came out, there were, like, no fucking launch titles for that system. Like, other than Killzone Shadowfall, which was kind of a pathetic title, there was really nothing else. I mean, the Xbox One had Dead Rising 3, Forza. I mean, it had... granted, Rise I heard kind of sucked, but I mean, it had a stronger launch than the PlayStation 4 in many ways. But I'm sure in the long run, this is always the thing, in the long run, the PlayStation always ends up having that stronger launch. So we'll see. Again, as I said, it doesn't matter in some ways because I'm kind of falling out with how involved I am in the channel. Like, you know, I'm not freaking out about having footage out on launch date because, again, so many people nowadays are putting up footage of these games. So many people are doing Let's Plays and playthroughs and gameplay and walkthroughs. Like, it doesn't matter if I put my stuff out on launch. Like, it's not going to get a huge amount of views just because it's on launch. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 people will stumble across it because it's launch day gameplay. But there's 100 other people. Fucking, PewDiePie, Rad Brad, the list goes on and on of the freaking people who have a monopoly on the YouTube, Let's Play industry, if you even want. It's not an industry, but if you want to call it that. And you can't really compete with them. So that's that, So for me, as long as I get footage out in some manner, then that's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna make it a concern to get footage out and rapidly. For me, this summer, I have a couple of, goals, I guess you could say. And I want to make this quick, because I know the video's going long, and I don't want to keep you guys for too long, but I have some goals for this summer. Number one, I don't want to sit around like I did last summer. Last summer in 2013 was fucking miserable for me, because, yeah, I had some things gameplay-wise to finish up. Like, I finished up the countdown to GTA 5, I was playing Half-Life, which one of my friends got me. I played some other Valve games, but other than that, I really didn't do much, in my personal life, I didn't do much. I made finishing gaming stuff my priority because I was going off to college. Now that I have a year of college under my belt and I'm acclimated to the school and I know what I'm doing, first of all, I need to find a new job. I'm actually getting a different job than I've had in the past, so I'm actually applying for different places. This Saturday I'm going to be interviewing for a couple of places. So, basically, I need to focus on that. That's a priority of mine. I need to start focusing on that because I need to make money for other travel plans and other things that I have going on. So that's one of my big things, to get a high-paying job. Well, I mean, not high-paying, an actual, employment job, but, something that's minor. I mean, I've worked in the food industry for, 5 years now. Cleaning dishes, serving stuff, all that kind of stuff. And since 2009 I've done that. I'm kind of getting tired of it, so I'm hoping to do something else. Again, there's a whole bunch of positions that I've applied for and stuff. So that's one of my goals. The other goal I have is to hang out with more friends. I'm actually inviting some of my college friends down to my summer house to hang around. So that's going to be fun because I couldn't do that last summer, but I'm going to be inviting a lot of my college friends down, and they're going to be hanging around, and we can have a good time. And, I mean, my summer house is only like 10 minutes away from the beach, so there's a lot of activities we can do. So then there's that. And then, I mean, again, in my downtime, in between doing those things, I suppose I can do gaming footage, but I'm not sure what it's going to be, because the only game I know definitely, I'll do a playthrough of Watchdogs, but I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, because I'm actually taking a trip a day or so after Watchdogs comes out. So quite literally, I'm going to pick up Watchdogs on launch day. I'm not after that, I'm really not sure. Like, I'll do a whole bunch of gameplay on release day of Watchdogs, and I'll upload it that night. But I don't know when I'm going to get back to the game after that, because I'm going to be gone for at least a week on this trip. So, I mean, at the very least, at least you have a good amount. I'll do a whole bunch of launch day gameplay for Watchdogs. I'm actually really interested in the game. I've been waiting for this game ever since fucking 2012 when they showed footage of it. And finally, they're going to stop being cowards and they're actually going to release it because, they've been hiding this fucking game. GTA 5 came out and it scared them away. So now we're actually going to see if this game is actually as great as they've been saying it is. And we can finally put all of this hassle and anger and yelling and all the other crap to rest. Okay? Alright, this video went longer than I thought. Maybe if I hadn't been bitching about all the war, not complaining, but maybe if I hadn't talked so much about the Watchdog stuff from PAX, I would have had more time to talk about other stuff in this video. I don't know what gameplay you guys want to see. Like this week or this next week, let me know what gameplay you want to see, because I really don't know. I have absolutely no idea. There's only a few things I have kind of trickling, down, the receptors in my brain, alright? Here are the things that I'm thinking. My friend Wadham Top Dog, who's been in my footage for many years now, we actually want to do Army of Two, the Devil's Cartel, that shitty-ass game that we played a year ago in June. We want to beat it. And the only reason is because the game is so hilariously bad that we actually want to do a playthrough of it and finish it just because the game was that shitty. So we're going to try to pick off right from where we left off. We're going to do couch co-op. I'm actually going to record it with my camera. I know the quality will be, won't be as good, but the camera allows you to hear his voice and my voice better than with my microphone. So I'm going to do it like that, okay? So there's that game. There's a possibility. I have to text him and find out when he wants to do that. He still has the game, that's confirmed, but I don't know when he wants to do it, so I have to figure that out. The other thing is, I uploaded that Halo 3 glitch video the other day, and one person commented and said, oh, you should do more Halo 3 footage. Not enough people are doing that these days. Well, as you guys know, Halo 3 is my favorite multiplayer game of all time. I was really competitive with the game in 2007, 8, and part of 2009. After that, I kind of fell out with it. Once Halo Reach came out, I dabbled in that, but Halo Reach it turned me off so much. And then Halo 4 really turned me off because it was like fucking Call of Duty with Halo mechanics. So I love Halo 3. I love it to death. It's the reason why I got the 360. I would have no problem jumping back into that game. I love doing the ranked, especially since I'm a highly ranked player in Halo 3, both on the Lone Wolves and the Team Slayer. Like, my rank is one of the highest. So everybody I play with on Halo 3 ranked is somebody who has who's the highest ranked players in Halo 3. So the gameplay you'll see will be with top level players. As long as the ranking system doesn't scale down and gives us people who are of a low rank, because obviously not many people play Halo 3 these days, considering all of the multiplayer games that are out at this rate. So we'll see what happens, but maybe I'll do some Halo 3, maybe if you guys are interested. I gotta get over this fucking cold first before I do any gameplay, but we'll see. So we got Halo 3, the Army Devil's Cartel, I know Train Town's still lingering, I might do that. So there's a lot of options, alright? But you'll see something, I'll figure out something to do, but this video has gone insanely fucking long. I'm very sorry for that, but I'm going to end it right now. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for some footage of some sort, and always write in the comments if you have suggestions of your own. Thanks, guys. See you later.